So everything we make, or I generally make, is using guided cooking. So I know some people go, well, how do you actually use it manually? So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to make American style pancakes. It won't take long at all, but I'm going to show you how to do it just manually, just following from my phone, the recipe from my phone. Not too different, but this is just an exercise for you guys. All right. So I need to put in 50 grams of butter. So I'm going to come to my scales and weigh in 50 grams. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All right. Then I'm going to melt it for 2 minutes. So I'm coming back to the home screen. I'm going to set the time for 2 minutes. And 70 degrees, it says in my recipe, and speed 1. Okay, so if you are ever, without internet, if you are going offline, you can save your recipes into a collection, that you're going to use. The other thing is you can hotspot with your phone. So I do that all the time at demos. It's really simple to do. So you just go into the settings on the Thermomix and get it to look for for a Wi-Fi network, and it just hotspots off the phone really quickly and easily. Yeah, so you can absolutely get around not having internet if you want to, but if you've just got recipes and you some places, I guess if you're really remote, you wouldn't have Wi-Fi or phone reception at all. So this is the way that you do it. You just literally get your you wouldn't have it on your phone either, would you? You would print something out if you knew you were going to be out of range of everything, and just take it and have it as a manual recipe. So I've got, that's not a good example. I've got a recipe up there, but it's not, I am going to use the Thermomix. It's actually a stuffed leg of lamb, but I'm going to do bits and pieces, just chopping in the Thermomix. It's not a full recipe, but obviously print out a recipe, and you can absolutely cook or make it using going manually. So remembering time, temperature, speed, it will not heat unless a time has been set. Okay, so always go left to right. So your time, your temperature, your speed, and remembering whichever one is large is what you control with the silver knob on the side. All right, we have 12 seconds to go. And then we will go on to the next. I'm going to add milk, eggs, sugar, and plain flour and baking powder. So all the other ingredients that are on here. So there's my butter all melted in there. So I'm going to weigh in 300 mils of milk. Whoops, 312 of milk. 2 eggs here. 1. 2. Okay. I have 30 grams of sugar. Didn't have to do now. Going to put a little bit less in. Okay, put half the sugar. Then 200 grams of plain flour. Jumped over, but I was just over on the milk, remember? And then 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So I don't need the scale for that. So 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And a little bit of salt. So that's all my ingredients on here. And then it's going to tell me to mix for 10 seconds on speed 5. Okay, so a bit of salt. So I'm going to set this for 10 seconds and this for 5. And because we're going away, so I don't know if you notice, I just touched the screen. When you touch the screen, it stops the noise. And so I'm making this, my daughter won't have this till tomorrow, birthday weekend. So I'm going to put this into the cupcake pan. Now, if you haven't seen one of these, they actually have, I don't know what I've done here. Just see if I can screw that back on there. Pull that off. So they've got a little thing like this so you can squeeze. Great for, my daughter is turning 31, but great for little kids. So they can make their own pancakes. So here's our mixture. Oops, can you see that? And we got a bit sunny. Actually, where are you? Okay. Off. Down those sides. And I'm just going to grab a funnel thing. It's not the one from the mix shop because I had this already, but I'm just going to actually pour this into here. Oops, so my cake's ready in the oven. All right. Thank you. So here we go. So that goes in there. I'm just going to scrape the rest of it in there. Look at that full thing. That can just sit in the fridge. And then when she wants to make pancakes tomorrow, she just pours it out and pours them and pushes them out into the pan. So there you go. Cupcake pan at the mix shop. Obviously, please put me down as your consultant if I am your consultant when you buy one of those. Pancake mixture made in advance, done manually. Okay,